Okay, recorded. All right, good morning once again, class. Today we're going to continue our discussion on ARIMA, and we're going to use Apple. Okay, it's using the quant mode package. So make sure that here quant mode is loaded. Quant mode, I leave you guys to, okay, maybe it's always good practice. Let me close this first. Okay, this one, documentation. Okay, not that. Let's go to CRAN. I strongly suggest that you download this, the PDF. Okay, this one, the reference manual. Let me share this with you. Okay, quant mode. The latest update is October 13 of 2022. Quite current. Okay, so who are the authors of this very important package? Si Ryan, Ulrich, a couple of them. Okay, and then, so this is the index. All right, walang discussion dito, no? Quantitative financial modeling and trading framework for R. It's a rapid prototyping environment with comprehensive tools for data management and visualization. Okay, so quant mode is, for me, one of the most important packages that's developed for investments, for data gathering, okay, as you'll see in a while. Okay, so let's go here. The function that we're going to use is get symbols, and it will automatically allow us to download prices, stock prices. So this is what you're going to use, class, when you download the ETFs. Papalitan nyo lang yung ano dito, yung ticker symbol. Identify nyo lang yung dates. By the way, ang date natin will be for your ARIMA. Please use 2007-0101 hanggang 2021-12/31. Okay, January 1, 2007, dun sa pag-download nyo, up to December 31, 2021. So let's try to see what this will bring us. Okay. So when you use get symbols, okay, you'll notice that in your object, andyan na si Apple. So kindly please chat if you were able to get the Apple data. Chat please if we were able to download the Apple data. And if we open this, i-view natin. Okay, there. Diba? Isang code lang. Andyan na yung ano. Andyan na yung kasi ang linagay natin from 2014, January 1, 2014 hanggang December 31, 2021. Okay, how about the others? Please, feedback. Were others able to download stock prices, the Apple stock price? So with just one line of code, class, mada-download nyo na yung ETFs na pinili nyo, no? Ganun kadali, no? So kahit na 10 pa yan, no problem. Kasi pwede nyo namang C, no? C, tapos yung list ng ano ng mga stocks na ida-download nyo, no? All right. So we now have the Apple data. So you can see here from January 2, 2014 hanggang last trading day ng 2021. 2014 entries, yan. December 30, 2021. And you have the opening price, highest, the lowest, the closing, the volume, and the adjusted price. So very convenient. No? Do you agree with me, class, that it's a very convenient way to download stock prices from Yahoo Finance? Kindly chat, please. Okay, let the comments come, please. I hope all of you are following along. Okay, that's the power of quant mode. Hindi lang sa pag-gathering ng data, pati sa I'm not sure, hindi ko lang maalala yung next term, merong subject yata na financial analytics, and it will be all about this. No? So if you're interested in that as an elective, you can take that. No? Okay, dali nagahang yung ano ko mouse. Yan. Okay, thank you. All right, although 9 lang yung internet connection is unstable. Okay, so let's yung view nakita na natin. No? Let's replace yung default kasi ito yung ticker symbol ng Apple. Let's replace it by just small letters para mas madali natin masulat. Okay, so I'm assigning AAPL, small letter, asan na siya? Lumabas na ba? Okay, here. Diyan na siya, no? AAPL. Now, by the way, okay, so i-view ko ulit to. Diyan si AAPL, no? So pareho lang. Okay. Now, what do you notice about the AAPL data? Take a look at this. Do you notice something different about this as compared to the other data frames that we have been working on? What do you notice about what's different with this one? Anyone, please? Just unmute yourself para mabilis tayo. What's noticeable about this data set? Ito. Hello, class? May na-notice kayo? Okay, take a look at the leftmost column. Wala ka na-notice, class? Leftmost column, ito. Yan. Yes, okay, thank you, Sophia. You're correct, no? Notice that the index is not the usual number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? Yung index natin is in years. Okay? So let me continue. And if yung structure nito, okay, take a look at the structure. What does it say? It is an XTS object. So first time natin na-encounter yan. First time natin naka-encounter ng XTS, which means extensible time series. So extensible time series siya. Okay, so yung mga headers, character siya, Apple open, high, low, close. And then notice na indexed by objects of class time zone UTC. Okay, so this is Universal Time Convention yata, which used to be, ang pangalan yung UTC dati, ang tawag ng GMT, Greenwich Meridian Time. So pinalitan na nila ang pangalan, UTC na yung pangalan niya. Okay, so this is an XTS object, okay, or also called POSIX CT. No? So yung POSIX CT, ang format niyan, meron kang date at saka meron kang time. Okay? So POSIX CT, no? So this is an XTS object or a zoo object. Pag XTS object, sabi natin, it's different from the regular data frame because an extensible time series has for its index yung time. No? So medyo iba siya. So that's the structure of our data. In fact, let me clear once again the drawings. If we check the class, makikita natin yung class is there. It's an XTS, Extensible Time Series, or zoo. Pareho lang naman yan. No? Parehong klase lang yan. And here we just get the first six rows. See, open, high, low, close, volume adjusted. Okay, so here you can see that it's very convenient to download stock prices of stocks traded in the either NASDAQ or in the New York Stock Exchange using the quant mode package. Right. So far clear, class, yung meaning ng XTS, Extensible Time Series, or zoo, okay, where the index is not a number but rather the dates. No? Pa-chat please kung clear so far. Okay, thank you. Yeah, good. How about the rest? Pakonti ng pakonti nagre-reply. Okay, thank you. All right. Sige, let's continue. Let's continue, class. Okay, so we're going to use only the, okay, ano ba gagamit? Adjusted, no? Adjusted ang gagamitin natin dito. If you take a look at this, as yung adjusted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think ang gagamit, let me check. No? Kasi nagbago ako ng isip dito. Yan, 6. All right, so we're going to subset. No? So we're going to create this object apple. So ma-overwrite na niya yung apple natin na may 6 columns. And then isa-subset lang natin yung apple na object. Okay, all the rows are the same. So from 2014, January 1 hanggang 2021, December 30. And then just get the sixth row, 6th column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ang lalabas lang, no, ito yung magiging laman ng ng object natin na apple. Okay, ma-overwrite na yung isang apple na kompleto. Okay, let's see this. And then i-view natin. Okay, dito na lang. Again, just click this. Yan, di ba? Isa na lang siya, no? Okay. All right, then we can change the column name, masyado mahaba. Call names ng apple, okay, is adjusted. Okay, so papalitan natin tong column name na to ng ADJ na lang para mas maliit lang. Okay, run natin to. And then let's take a look once again at apple. And then you see that the column name has been changed already. Adjusted na siya. Okay, pause again, class. So far, nakakasunod ba? Okay. Oh, ARIMA kasi to. May tanong dito si Kyla. Yes. Kyla, di ba ARIMA to, no? And then, ARIMA yung exam nyo, di ba? Tapos, ito yon, how to do an ARIMA for a price of stock or a share of stock. No? Ito yon. Ito yung ginagawa natin ngayon. Okay, so next. Okay, let's plot first our, gusto natin makita kung stationary ba siya o hindi, no? Okay, so let's plot. I'm calling this object P1. And then I'm using the autoplot. Autoplot natin si Apple. Lagyan natin ng title, Apple Closing Prices. Ano dapat to? Adjusted closing prices. Adjusted. Adjusted, hindi closing. Adjusted prices from January 1, 2014 to December 31, this is 2021. Sorry for the error here. Plus, ang Y label natin is daily prices. No? Okay, so if we run this, run natin to. We can see here the stock prices of Apple. No? And okay, so here you can see that definitely this is not stationary. No? May trend siya, pero wala na, it doesn't look as if yung variance niya, although parang may non-constancy in variance there, but it's quite difficult to determine that just using the visual. But definitely this is not constant in mean. So this is not stationary data series. Non-stationary to. Okay, clear yan class? Na non-stationary siya. I'm going to keep on pausing and then asking you if so far clear yung assumption natin, yung inference natin o yung that the data is non-stationary. But of course, we can check that using the augmented Dickey-Fuller test. Okay. All right, then this is another way to plot, no? Plot AAPL. And that's the same. Yan, no? Okay. All right. Then quant mode has very powerful plotting functionality. Itong chart series na to, charts to, no? Let's run this. Okay, you can see here that okay, this is coming from the chart series application of quant mode. Okay. So as the question is the Apple closing prices, this should be adjusted. No? Adjusted yung ginamit natin. Adjusted prices stationary. It has trend. Diba? So alam natin yan. So hindi siya stationary. Okay, so how do we now convert the time series? How do we now convert it? Okay, mauna lang tayo ng konti, no? I just run here auto.arima. Auto.arima AAPL. Tapos trace natin is equal to true. Okay, let's just quickly run this. Let's just go ahead of ourselves. Okay, so you can see here that the suggested model is ARIMA 520. No? So may differencing siya. No? May differencing dito na dalawa. Okay, dalawa. So this is for the Apple prices itself. However, class, hindi, price ba yung inano natin dito? Okay. Right, sige. Let's answer these questions first. Okay. So we said that since this is a trend, one of the ways by which we can address that trend, that non-stationarity is to difference the data. So we're creating this data here, D AAPL, which is difference AAPL. So this is DAAPL. No? Okay, so let's run this, and then let's view this. So what do we now have here? You notice that we now have a different time series. And then merong NA sa dulon-dulo. Okay, here. Ito yung original, di ba? So a difference data series, as we know, Control C, Control V, gets the difference between Control C. Okay. So yan, nung dinifference natin siya, so this is at time t minus 1 yung previous kasi ito January 3 minus January 2. No? So pag minus natin, you have here negative 0.38, which is actually the first element now here. So difference apple natin, negative 0.38. Okay? NA dito sa unang-una kasi wala namang prior value itong January 2. Okay, pause ulit ako for a while, class. And then pakisagot naman, please, kung naintindihan yung difference na time series, difference data natin. So this is a different time series now. Okay, mamaya na rin attendance. Sige, how about the others, please? Comment, please. I would appreciate your comment. And thank you. Kasi gusto ko, class, na nalaman na you're with me. No? Okay, very good. Thank you so much. All right, so balikan natin yung code natin. Now, what happened when okay. Now, note, class, may NA tayo sa una, no? So how do we remove that? So we can create now, we can superimpose, replace this DAAL object with DAAPL, and then isubset natin -1. Ibig sabihin, all the rows except yung first row. Diba? So ito, lahat ng rows isasama natin except yung unang row. So subset -1 and then all the columns. Isang column lang naman siya. Right? So if I run this, then tingnan ulit natin si DAAPL, nawala na yung nawala na yung NA. Kasi sometimes you need to remove that kasi pag gagamitin mo siya in manipulations or in functions, pag may NA yan, mag-error. May mga functions na hindi nila tinatanggap yung may NA. Alright, so na-deal na natin yan. Ito, no? Or, there's an alternative way. Ito, no? Which is quite longer. Okay, so ito. So DAAPL is DAAPL. If we're basing it on the original, from row 2 up to the total row ng DAAPL. Okay, so just take a look at this. So that's another way. Mas ano nga lang siya, medyo mas mahaba, pero it will do the same thing. And we cannot do it anymore kasi yung DAAPL natin, ano na, no? Otherwise, ang mangyayari niyan, pag rinan natin yung second na yan, isasama lang niya from the second up to the total number of rows, which is the total number of observations. Okay, so this is another way. All right, i-plot natin ngayon si difference. Okay, and what do you now see? Okay, we can see now that the trend is gone. Nawala na yung trend. Ngayon, meron na mga volatility clustering dito. Ang volatility clustering, ibig sabihin, class, prices that yung pag bumababa, pag negative yung value, there's a tendency to continue becoming negative. Ito, no? Pag positive naman, there's a continue for it to continue being positive. Pa-positive ng pa-positive, like this one. Okay, so this one, we might have a problem later on. Kasi pag ganito, class, pag may volatility clustering, oftentimes hindi siya nakakaya ma-model ng ARIMA. Pag minodel natin residuals, yung model natin ng ARIMA, makikita natin na may heteroscedasticity, may autocorrelation pa. So the next step here, as I kept on mentioning, is that we go on to Garch. I-model natin as Garch. But let's first continue. No? All right. So we can see here that the difference ALP has been detrended, no? Making it now stationary. Okay, i-check nga natin una, mag-ADF test lang tayo dito. Although tinetest din naman natin yata. First, let's test yung AAPL. Okay, tingnan nyo, no? Si AAPL, p-value is 0.99. Okay, which means that we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the series is non-stationary. So non-stationary talaga siya. No? Okay, how about DAAPL? Check natin. Yung difference time series natin. Alright, tingnan nyo yung p-value natin, no? 0.01. So we reject the null hypothesis that the series is not stationary. So stationary na talaga siya. No? So what do we find here? By getting the difference of your data, ang nangyayari, na-address yung trend. Nawawala yung trend, no? Okay. Once again, any questions, guys, about this? And check natin kung stationary yung data natin, apple versus difference apple. And you see here that yung apple is not stationary, while difference apple is already stationary. Okay. Comment please, feedback, kung clear so far. Okay. Sige. Thank you, class. Although hindi pa rin tayo nakaka 100%. Okay, so now, sometimes, kung non-constant yung variance, isang remedy is to get the log. Okay, so take a look at this. Here, sabi natin, we said here, what would have happened if we got the log of the series instead of differencing it? Sige, ito. Let's create this object L, a apple, which is log of apple. Let's see. So we have now a new object, log of apple, XTS din siya. So let me flash that. Okay, ano nangyari? No? Ano nangyari, class, sa apple prices? Yung apple prices, 17 and up, no? Ano ba yung maximum nito? Maximum ni AAPL. Okay, 179.282829, no? When we get the log, you notice, class, that na-scale siya, no? Max log AAPL. Okay, naging 5 na lang as compared to 179. So that's the advantage of, lalo na pag mga millions, class, kunyari yung mga GDP, that's why it makes sense to get the log of, for example, log ng 5, 4, 5, 6, invento lang ako number. Ha? Yan. That's a very big number. When you get the log of that, again, 24 na lang siya. So nasa scale siya. Okay, and then since you're dealing now with lower numbers, mas madali siyang i-process yung data as compared to having billions of in values. All right, let's plot. Okay, tingnan nyo, class, no? So getting the log might have reduced the non-constancy invariance, but it did not address the trend. If we get the ADF, the augmented Dickey Fuller test of the log of AAPL, okay, we will expect that this is still not stationary. Okay, so p-value is 0.73. So this is greater than 0.05. So we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the that the series is non-stationary, okay, or it has a unit root. So, hindi siya stationary. So, pag may trend class, pag non-constant in mean, how do you address that? You get the difference. Okay? You get the difference of our data and not, not necessarily the log. Okay, as I noted here, getting the log did not make the series stationary. Although it made it linear, no? It made it more linear, but did not address the trend. Hence, we still have to get the log, the difference of the log of the time series. Okay, so let's suppose we need to get the log to scale it. So kunin natin ngayon yung difference ngayon ni log AAPL. So here I'm getting the difference of the log of AAPL. Let's run this. Okay, so you notice, and then i-plot natin siya. Okay, take a look now. So this is now the plot of the difference ng log apple. So na-address niya yung non-constant mean. Okay, so pause muna ako again, guys. Plus kindly chat if okay. Okay, thank you. How about the others, please? All right. Okay. Now, it's important that the series is stationary, di ba? Although ngayon, sabi nga natin dati, ngayon, hindi na natin kailangan i-manipulate yung natin, yung series. Kasi meron na tayong auto.arima. And the auto.arima will already do that process for us, no? Okay. All right. So, sana tayo. Now, paano kung naging opposite? Okay. What if we get the difference first and then get the log? Okay, what will happen? So, kanina ang ginawa natin, kinuha muna natin yung log. We got the log, diba? And then get the difference. What if we get the difference first, so we have the difference, and get the log? Now here, it will not work. Kung kunin muna natin yung difference, tapos yung log. Why? Why will it not work? It will not work because you have negative values. Okay? So, pag may negative values, you cannot get the log of the negative values. Okay, so usually, hindi natin kinukuha yung difference tapos dinolog. Okay, difference muna tapos log, it will not work because may negative siya. Otherwise, no? Ano ba yung pinaka-minimum nitong DAAPL? There's a way to do that also. Kaso, ang gagawin natin, yung pinaka-negative, ito negative 10.3773, mag-a-add tayo ng a certain number. Okay? Okay, magbibigay ako example lang ha. So let's create this difference AAPL1. Okay? So ang gagawin ko is yung difference sa AAPL and then ipa-plus ko yung minimum ng DAAPL minimum of that and then plus a certain, kasi pag prinas natin yung minimum, magiging magkakaroon tayo ng 0 dito, no? Tapos hindi pwedeng hindi rin pwedeng ilog yung 0. I'm going to add a very small number na lang. Yan, 4 decimal places na 0.1. Okay? So let's see, no? Tingnan natin to. So what am I doing here, class? By the way, baka nalito na kayo, no? Sabi ko kasi, hindi natin pwedeng ilog to kasi may mga negative. But if you really want to get the log of this difference AAPL na to, ito, you'll have to manipulate it. So anong gagawin natin? I-add natin yung pinakamaliit. Kasi pag in-add natin yan, magiging positive na lahat yan, di ba? May magiging 0, so dagdagan pa natin ng 0.001. Okay, so if I run this, okay, and if I look at this one, in difference AAPL, wait. Tama ba yung ginawa natin? Yung pinaka-negative, ay sorry, mali. Dapat, ulitin natin. Dapat hindi, sorry guys. Dapat, kalimutan ko yung absolute value. Kasi dinagdagan natin ng negative, lalo naging negative, di ba? So dapat yung absolute value nung nitong 10.3773. Ulitin natin, Control Enter. Oops. Wala bang abs ano? Negative na lang. Yan. So, ginawa ko siyang positive, no? Negative ng minimum. Okay? Alright. So if you take a look, class, so yung minimum natin ng DAA, minimum value ng difference AAPL1, minimum niya is practically 0. So pwede na natin ilog yan, no? Pwede na natin ilog. Okay, so I just wanted to illustrate this na if you encounter a scenario where you have to get the difference and then ilolog nyo, make sure you transform your data. Hindi kasi pwedeng magkaroon ng log yung negative. Just like here. Okay? Sabi dito, if we get the log of the difference data, tingnan natin to ha. Okay, what happens? Error, no? Hindi pwede kasi not applicable yung getting the log of a negative number. Okay, hence what is usually done first is to get the log first. Kasi if you get the log of the number, positive pa rin yun. No? You can get the log of the prices kasi positive yun. And then saka i-difference. All right, then I place here a reference for you to look into. Okay. So ito ginawa na natin kanina, no? Yung ADF test. Okay? So we were able to show that the difference in Apple is indeed, okay, using T-series naman, no? Okay, so what's the stationarity test for the difference Apple data series? It's 0.01, the p-value. So we reject the null hypothesis that the time series is not stationary. Okay. Okay, also a KPSS test. Okay, Jaime, kindly share your question to everyone.
So I was interested in knowing whether kung itong ginawa natin na in-explain ni sir na ginawa na in-add yung minimum, does getting the log first then differencing it lead to the same result?
Getting the log first.
Yung yung unang sinuggest na getting the
Hindi,
log.
hindi. Magkaiba siya.
Okay.
Totally different. I-compare natin ha. Let's check the yung asa na yan. Kasi yung ginawa natin kanina na linog muna natin siya. Linog muna natin tapos kinuha natin difference. 'Di ba ito siya, no? This is the log. What we did here was to get the log first and get the difference. Okay, yung pangalawa naman, asa na siya? Ano pangalan nun?
Yung DAAPL1.
DAAPL1 yun, ito, no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ang layo, di ba? Yung log muna tapos dinifference natin, may mga negative values yan. Ito namang yung linog ba natin to? Difference. Wait. Dapat kunin muna natin yung log difference. Difference to, no? Dinifference natin. Nung dinifference natin, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-log kasi may mga negative values tayo doon. So what we did was to first add the okay, sige. Hindi pa natin nagagawa yung next step nito, which is get the log DAAPL1 is equal to the log of log nitong transform natin, di ba? Okay. So what we did here was to get the difference, tapos kinuha natin pinakamaliit na value, in-add natin siya, yung absolute value nun, okay, para maging para maging positive values lahat. And then we get the log of that. So let's see, no? Ito na yung log ng dinifference natin. Okay. Did I get it right? DAAPL1. Okay, but may
Mali,
mga NA. Mali
mali po
ba?
ata yung view nyo. Mali yung na-view. I mean,
Mali.
yung sa
Sorry.
command, yung sa
Oo
command
nga
nyo po.
pala, no? Oh, sorry. Ito yung hindi pa pwede, no? Kasi kinuha
Opo.
natin yung log ng difference. Let's see this. Ito. Ayan, tinan nyo. 2.3. Yung kanina, the difference log. Okay? Diba? Ito yun, diba? Am I correct, class?
LDAAPL1 po dapat.
LDAA.
PL1. Yan po. Yung bago.
Oh, pero yung saan mo siya gustong i-compare?
Yeah, I think tama. Yun po. Yung sa una yung pinili. Yan.
Ito, diba?
Yes po.
Oh, so hindi siya pareho, diba? It's different. Right?
Yes, sir.
You're getting uh, you're getting a different series, no? Did that answer your question, Jaime?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you for that question. A very good question. All right, so let's now proceed sa tayo. Bakit ganito? Wait, why did we... Okay. What we're interested in, class, is to get the, what we're modeling is not the prices itself, no? What we're modeling is the returns of Apple. Okay, how do we get the returns of Apple? Okay, may na-miss out ako dito. Ang minodel ko dito, yung prices, no? Okay, so we're not interested in the returns in the prices of Apple. What we're interested in is the returns of Apple. Okay, how do we compute for the returns? And anong returns yung usually na ginagamit? Anyone, class? Okay, magbigay tayo ng isang example, no? Okay, let's take a look at yung Apple. Asan na si AAPL? Okay, ito. So, nung January 3, ang price niya, kasama yung index. Nung January 3, ito yung price niya. January 2 pala yan. Control C. Okay, so this is the price on January 3. This was the price on January 2. Okay, how do you get the returns?
Ano sir, subtract yung pinakabagong data with the
Okay,
oldest and then divide mo by the
okay,
with yung sa January 2.
okay.
So
So
that
that's January 3 minus January 2, ba? Divided by
yung
January 2, no?
yes sir.
Okay, ganito class siya natutunan nyo, no? So the current price, the new price minus the old price divided by the old price. All right? Okay, ito yun, no? Negative 0.21. And we expect that to be negative yung returns kasi bumaba yung price, no? But that's the long cut, no? May mas may mas simple na na formula, control C, control V divided by, so the current divided by the previous, control C, control V minus 1, no? Mas madali itong formula na to kasi isang beses mo lang i-record yung mga numbers yan. Kasi if we distribute yung denominator dito sa numerators natin, magiging 17.03 divided by 17.4. And then this one we distribute here also, magiging minus 1 na lang din yan, di ba? So ito yon. So this is a lot easier and it will give us the same answer. Okay. So that's the simple returns, no? Okay, pero ang ginagamit talaga sa returns is the log returns, and there's a reason for that. Okay, so I'll ask you to review yung concept na natutunan niyo sa finance, no? Na mas maganda yung kinukuha yung log returns for many reasons kung bakit mas maganda yung log returns. So, but how do you compute for the log returns? How do we compute for the log returns? Anyone, please?
Log lang po ng ano ng
Kukunin mo na yung
new
log nila. So if I get the
ng
log ng ano?
new over old ba or baliktad, I'm not sure.
Okay, sige. Kunin mo natin log nitong ano, ha? Let's get the log of each of the prices. Yan. So we have the log of, this is your uh, previous value. This is your current value. Right? So how do you get the returns of that?
Divide lang po sir.
Divide
Tama ba? Yung old over new, yung result ng old over new.
old over new?
Tama ba? I'm not sure.
Or is it the new over old?
Yan, new over old po.
New over old. So is this the log returns?
I think so. Sir.
Or wala ba minus 1 yan? Kasi bakit positive siya, di ba? Di ba dapat ang return siya dapat negative? Simple returns negative. Dapat yung log returns, which will be quite close to the simple returns, dapat negative din. Kasi the price went down. So if the price went down, we expect the log returns to be negative. So is it this one? 0.0077?
Parang malayo siya dun sa kinalculate natin kanina,
Malayo,
sir.
ano?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
guys, come on. Help Jaime. No? How do you get the log returns? Pwede nyo naman i-Google yan. Go, I'll give you one minute. Ito kasi log natin eh, yun, di ba? Anyone, please?
Sir, ganun din po lang din nakikita ko sa Google, pero LN is used. Pero parehas lang po naman ata yun eh.
Ang log sa R, pag ginamit mong log sa R, ang default ng ln yan. No?
Ah, okay.
Natural logarithm siya.
Pero yun, nakalagay lang din na ano, log, tapos naka-parenthesis na ano,
Mm.
new over old.
Yeah, oo. So ano magiging code natin dito, class? If we're going to get the log returns. What will be our code in R? If we're going to get the log returns of your time series, yung apple natin, ito. Okay. Kasi there are two ways to compute your returns. No? Number one is just, okay, sige. Paano natin kukunin yung simple returns muna? Let's compute it, ret underscore s, no?
Ah, sir, wait, parang alam ko na.
Sige. Yung
Ano,
simple returns muna. Then we
sige,
get the log, no? For simple returns, if we're going to get, kasi importante to class, no? You should know how to get the simple returns of a series and the log returns. So how do we compute for the log returns? Simple returns muna. Ang formula natin is, ano?
new over old minus 1.
New over old minus 1. So paano yun? What will be our formula here?
Yung January 3 minus, divided by January 2 minus 1
Pero
po, sir.
paano natin? Series to eh. Paano
Ah,
natin isusulat dito yun?
um, ang naisip ko lang, sir, is ano, parang t over t minus 1. Ay, tama ba?
Pero paano yun dito?
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, ayokong ano guys, ayokong ibigay kagad niya. So gusto ko isipin niyo, no? Kasi, 'di ba, yung new natin, asan yung new natin? Ito, 'di ba? Asan yung time series natin na new from here hanggang dulo? Tama?
Yes, sir.
Paano naman yung yung old natin?
Yung pinakauna, tama ba?
Pinakauna, no? Hanggang second to the last, right?
Yes, sir.
So paano natin ilalagay dito yun? Guys, participate naman kayo, tulong kayo, no? Yeah, so may answer dito. Hindi, automatic formula na to, no? Sophia. Sophia, paki-share yung answer mo sa lahat, no? Ang gusto ko, formula lang muna. Because we can use the functionalities of quant mode. Madali sa quant mode yan. Oo. Madali sa quant mode, yung return that calculate. But we're building up here yung skill natin. How do we now use, ito yung ano natin, yung series natin, yung Apple series natin. I want us to generate a vector, okay, of returns, okay, an XTS object na returns simple returns so that ang laman niya yung yung 17.03 divided by 17.4 for the first one, and the next one 17.12 divided by 17.3 for the next one.
Ah,
So how
sir,
do you do
parang
that?
ta-transform mo yung, I mean, gagawa ka ng dalawang parang data na yung isa, wala yung isa puro new lang, yung isa yung old, yung sinabi niyo pong range. Bale,
Okay.
yung old is from January 2 up hanggang dun sa second to the last. So, yun yung isang data natin. Tapos yung isa is yung old lang, which is yung, tama ba? Or baliktad? I mean, basta yun, isang new, tapos isang
Yung
old.
new.
basta yung new is from January 3 up until the last, and then yung
Okay.
old is yung January 2 up until second to the last. Para dalawang
Second to
data
the
frame
last.
siya.
Oh. Oh,
Dalawang
sige,
data
sige.
frame siya, and then i-subtract mo na lang siya dyan.
I-divide natin yung,
Divide.
yung dalawang series. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's one way. Sige, gawin natin yun ha. So first, ang sinasuggest ni Jaime, mag-create tayo ng dalawang objects, no? Yung isang object, yung from January 2 hanggang December, yung second to the last. Ito, January 29. So how do you do that?
Yung sinabi yung command kanina, sir. Wait lang,
Kanyari,
balikan ko
sige,
lang.
let's call it D1, no? D1 na lang tawag natin doon.
Bale, D1 is AAPL.
Okay,
Tapos,
AAPL. Guys, tulong
bale,
kayo. Tulong.
minus,
Bilang.
tapos ano, yung open bracket, -1.
Okay, -1, no?
Yes, sir.
Pwede na -1?
May comma pa. Tama ba?
Pwede na yan. Bakit pwede na
Ah,
to? Kasi isang column lang naman tayo, di ba?
yes. Okay.
Di ba? Isa lang naman. So, if there are other columns, although pwede rin naman to, kaso parang extraneous na siya. Kasi you only
Redundant.
have one, redundant siya, you have only one column. So this will now create an object na wala yung una, di ba? Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that's our D1. Oops. Mali yung ano ko, spelling ko. AAPL. Yan. So we will now have this D1 and magsisimula siya sa 17.02. Yan, di ba? 2013 observations. Okay, so ano pa kulang natin?
Yung yung old naman.
Yung old naman. Paano natin aning si old? Let's call it
Ah,
D2.
okay.
Yeah, D2. Okay, will be what?
Bale, pag ganito, we will be removing the second to the last. So that's AAPL pa rin. Tapos
So yung
open
una
bracket.
natin, tinanggal natin yung una. Ito, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tapos yung susunod, ang tatanggalin natin yung
Second to the last.
second to the last
Tama ba? Uh,
o yung
ay,
dulo.
ay,
Kasi
dulo.
kasama yung ano,
Yes,
di
sir.
ba? So
Yes, sir.
negative
2014. Tama ba? Because there's a total of 2014.
or
Ayun.
n row, no?
Yes.
Pangit kung 2014 kasi
Apa.
parang, di ba? Eh kung
Apa.
billions yan, di ba? Susulat natin. Ano na lang, use the n row, no? N row ni Apple. Kasi yung n row ni Apple, it will tell us the last row, di ba? And ine-negative natin siya di ba?
Masubtract. Yes.
Para hindi kasama yung last, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, so run natin to. Okay, tapos, what happens now? Let's compute for the return, simple returns. It will be what?
D1 divided by D2.
Okay, D1 divided by
D2
D2
-1.
minus 1. Yan. Okay, di ba? D1 over D2 minus 1. Although, actually pwede nating pinagsama-sama yung ano yan, yung command na yun, ano? Pero okay na yan. So we have now simple returns. Bakit nag-0 siya? 3, 6, 7, 8. D1, this one, and then divided by D2. Ay, dito na ba tayo? Asa yung D2 ko? Yeah, we have D2. D1 over D2 minus 1. Return simple is... Anything wrong with our formula?
I'm
Tama
not sure,
naman, di ba?
sir. Parang tama. It looks
Tama eh.
correct.
Tama yung formula eh. So return underscore S is...
Hindi naman po dapat i-parenthesis yung D1
Hindi
over
eh.
D2, no?
Kasi mauuna yung mauuna yung division eh.
Yes po.
Even if you... Kasi R follows the basic basic rule ng
PEMDAS.
arithmetic
Oo.
o yung PEMDAS eh. So even if you do this, nagsisiro pa rin siya, no? Okay, something's wrong with the formula. Okay, I'm trying to decipher. D1, tama yung vector natin. Okay. D2, tama din naman to. Parehong 2013 sila. Kasi pag hindi sila parehong number of rows, mag-error eh. Okay.
Sir, try mo niyo po muna siguro, alisin yung -1. Baka mean. Let's check if yung pag-divide, it works as...
Pag remove, sige. Pag remove kasi natin siya,
para lang makita if gumagana siya as
ref
intended.
S, nag-1 din.
Nag-1 siya. So,
Ibig sabihin,
akala divide by itself.
oo, parang it's not treating it as as an XTS.
Divide with January 3 by January 3 pa rin. Basically, ganun po nangyari. I think.
Oo, pero dapat January, kasi magkaiba na yan eh, di ba?
Yes,
Dapat
please, sir.
siya, 17.03 divided by 17.415, no?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay, sandali, na-stall tayo dito Okay, sige. Guys, kasi magta-time na, skip ko lang to Okay, sandali. And then, babalikan ko yan. Wala na yung ko. Mag-close muna ako ng ibang... where's that? Asan yung siya? Ito. Okay. Ang concern ko lang dito, class, what I did here was to... Okay, I'm sorry, mali ako dito, no? Ang minodel ko dito yung price. Asan na siya? Okay, here. All right, here. So dito, chine-check natin yung autocorrelation function. Okay. Let me go back here. No? Do we use... Okay. Dapat balikan ko to. Alright. So dito, nag-test tayo ng stationary test. Nag-stationary test ako dito. Ng Apple. Hindi. Difference na yung Apple eh. Ginamit ko dito difference na. So we already did this a while ago. Yung difference Apple data series, we tested it and we were able to show that this is stationary already. Plus magre-record ako ng kanina yung returns, yung log returns din. I'm going to modify this, itong lecture na to, and then i-ano ko yung returns mismo. Kasi dito, sorry, na-oversee ko to. No? what I did here was to model the price of Apple, which is not correct. Dapat ang imo-model natin dito, dapat yung returns ni Apple. So anyway, let's just continue with this. Kasi maglalagay lang tayo ng intermediate steps dito na i-compute muna natin yung returns ni Apple. And then that's what we're going to model. We're not interested in modeling the price of Apple. What we're interested in is looking at the returns. Okay, usually sa finance, yun ang tinitingnan natin, yung returns ng stock price. Unfortunately here, what I was modeling was the Apple prices and I did not get the return. So major oversight sa akin to. Okay, so here, it turns out that indeed, as shown a while ago, the difference Apple series is now stationary. No? So stationary na siya. Okay, whether you use yung sa URCA package or sa T-series package, yung either the KPSS test or the ADF test, all indicate that that the series, the AAPL, is already stationary. In fact, dito, okay, we can see here that, di ba, itong PACF, it tells us the P component, yung AR component. Si ACF tells us the Q component, yung MA component. So dito, mga significant spikes na lang at certain lines. So dito, significant at log 1. Dito, significant din at log 1. So it's indicating that this might be an ARMA model. Okay? So dati, ito yung ginagawa. Okay? Based on the ACF, hulaan natin kung anong model yung gagamitin. Pero, if I just use the auto.arima, auto.arima model function, diretso na to sasabihin eh. No? Okay, so dalawa yung dito, dalawa yung ang gusto kong i-point out dito. It depends on what series you're using. Okay, so i-auto.arima ko muna si Apple, AAPL, yung original na dataset. No? And then i-trace ko is equal to true. Okay, so here, I'm asking R to determine kung ano yung model that's best for the Apple data series. Okay, and it turns out here that in modeling Apple, you use ARIMA 520. Ito, guys, no? Ito yung best model based on the AIC. ARIMA 520. So, five logs ni AR component. Tapos difference 2. Dalawang beses i-difference siya. And then, walang MA component. However, if I auto.arima, if I this time do the time na guys, 1 minute na lang. Auto.arima. And if I do the difference, AAPL. Okay. So dito, ang pinomodel ko yung difference dataset na class. Trace is equal to true. Okay. The result will be so malamang yan, one differencing lang. Take a look at this. 510. What does that mean? So, yung difference na Apple series natin, i-difference pa natin siya ng isang beses. Okay? I-difference pa siya ng isang beses and then AR, 5 logs ng AR. So, this is the best model. Okay, so what I'm saying here is it doesn't make sense to do the differencing when in fact the auto.arima can already tell us kung ilang differencing yung gagawin. Okay, so just to illustrate the point, no? I hope you're getting me. I'm going to create another series, DDAPL. DDAPL, which is the difference of your difference data. Okay, take a look at this. I'm creating now another object, which is difference ng difference ni AAPL, which is the difference of the difference AAPL. Okay, so create ko yan, no? All right, then mag-auto.arima ako. DDAPL. And then trace is equal to true. Yan. Okay, tingnan nyo ha. I'm now modeling a different time series ha. Yung DDAPL na to, 2 times kong dinifference yan. Right? I hope you're able to follow. And then if I, oops, hindi ko pa pala na-run to. Wait. Kulang ako ng A dito. Yan. You'll notice now that the model is ARIMA 500. Okay? Tinanggal na niya yung isa pang differencing. Bakit? Kasi ang ginagamit ko ng ano ngayon, what I'm using now is the difference of the AAPL. So nag-double differencing ako. So pag nag-double differencing, ang model ngayon, ARIMA 500. No? Kanina, nung Apple lang ginamit ko, ARIMA 520. Sabi niya, mag-double differencing ka. Okay, pause muna ako guys. And then, ano na pala, time na, no? So, the apologies for this guys. But, ituloy nyo lang to, no? Ituloy nyo siya. Tingnan nyo guys kung paano minodel yung ano. Ito, ang minodel dito yung ano. Ayan, ito yung ginagawa natin. No? Tapos ito din. So that's what I illustrated. And here, okay, ito, using the forecast method, forecast or predict, gumawa tayo ng prediction. Okay, which, so kindly take a look at this, guys. Tingnan nyo, tapos pati yung kasama yung, ano, yung diagnostics, no? And then I'm going to record this time. Yung part na to, this time, ano siya, yung returns ang ginagamit, hindi yung, ano, hindi yung prices. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry, I'm sorry to extend, guys. So, all right. So, yung guards, class, paki-view na lang, please. Unfortunately, medyo kinapusa tayo sa oras, no? But I'm going to record yung, ano na to, itong prices, yung returns ng Apple, iaano ko na lang, yung part na yon, parang i-redo ko yung part na to na log returns ang gagamitin ko to model. Okay, kasi iba yung pag i-model natin yung prices itself or yung returns mismo ng price. And sa finance, we're more interested, most of the researchers are focused on the returns of the stock and not necessarily the prices. Hindi tayo interested dun sa pag-predict ng price ni Apple. We're more interested in predicting the returns of the Apple stock. All right? Okay, so thank you so much, class. Please, yung guards, no, pakipanood na lang. Kasi importante din kasi kasama sa finals yun. Okay, sige, yung magpapacheck na attendance. Thank you so much, class, for your patience. Okay, kindly, please, yung magpapacheck na attendance. And Jaime, thank you for your participation.
Sure po, no worries.
Okay, sige, yung attendance is, babalikan ko yung, ano, yung returns
Yes
yun
po.
na hindi natin, i-record ko siya. Okay, sorry about that. Upload nyo po ba yung RMD ng Garch? Okay. Sige, Irene, thank you. Hindi ko pa pala na-upload, ano? Sige, i-upload ko rin siya. Yung RMD, yung file. Okay, para... Okay, saan na yun? Saan na yung ano ko? Saan na yung canvas? Nawala yung ano, nawala yung structure. You may go, class, ha, pag ano. Check ko lang yung mga hindi na Check na attendance. So, sino yung papacheck ng attendance?
Sir Jaime po.
Jaime, Lee, ano?
Fernando, sir.
Hernan, sino?
Fernando po.
Fernando. Fernando. Okay, who else?
Chan po.
Chan. Okay. Who else?
Santos, sir.
Santos. Okay. All right. Any more? Okay. Okay, class, thank you so much. No? Ipopost ko na lang din yung file ng ano ng guards.
Okay, thank you po, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Sir, pero yung kanina, tama po ba na ano, tawag dito? Kasi, like, yun din po ba yung gagawin yung formula? Yung sinabi ko na yung D2 over D1 minus 1? Or iba po yung...
Dapat tama siya eh. But I'll have to check, no? Kasi now I recall that this is an XTS object, no? So minsan kasi nagkakaproblema kapag XTS object pag ganun yung ginagawa. Pag data frame siya, kung as data frame siya, walang problema, tama yung formula na yun. But this is an XTS object and may mga nuances ang XTS object. So I will have to check that, no? But definitely I'm going to maybe record a short video just for that, no? Para naka-separate siya dun sa.
Okay. Sige po, get sir. Kaya, sige. Thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much
think
po,
it
sir.
has something to do with the XTS object, no?
Yes
But
po,
there's
sir.
kasi linongkat natin, may shortcut talaga. I want us to go with the process kasi I appreciated your inputs. Very good, no? Kaya and I didn't want to kill that that yung experience of doing something tapos may madi-discover tayo na oops, bakit ganun?
Opo, sir.
Yeah.
Kasi
Kasi
yun po yung ano, doon ka matututo eh na,
yeah, correct.
ganito pala.
Actually, first time ko rin ginawa yung ganung method, no? Yung nag-create tayo ng dalawang objects, no? Yung isa yung D1, yung new hanggang dun sa dulo, tapos yung dito yung unang date hanggang dun sa second.
Opo. Yun po yung parang pinaka-intuitive eh. Like parang naramdaman ko po na ano, na you wanted us to get it from intuition and not just
Yes.
random
Tama.
formula. So, yun po. So, in
Yeah,
the
thank you,
process,
thank you.
may natutunan naman po tayo.
Yes. Yun. Salamat naramdaman mo pala yun.
Opo, sir. Ayun.
Yeah. And these are actually fundamentals, basics lang to eh, di ba?
Yes po,
even
sir.
yung binigay mo na pag-compute ng returns, di ba? Inaano mo
Opo.
pa yung new
Yun yung overall
minus old
1.
overall, di ba? Well, in fact, dapat new overall minus 1 na lang yun, di ba? It's a lot easier to do that.
Opo. Actually, familiar naman ako sa formula dun sa ano, new overall minus 1. Pero parang
Okay.
pag tetandaan ko lang siya, mas parang intuitive lang kasi yung sense na new over old
Yeah.
minus old. Pero
Yeah,
pag sinimplify mo naman,
Oo.
madali lang kunin yung minus 1.
Yeah.
Yun lang po.
Kasi
Pero
pag Excel din, ang hirap ng new minus old over old, di ba? May parenthesis ka pa, magma-minus ka pa, magdi-divide ka pa, and you need to put parenthesis sa Excel.
Yes po, sir. I just think na it's still important to parang yung matandaan yung intuition behind it.
Yeah.
Tsaka mag-proceed sa shortcut.
Yeah.
So, yun.
Pero dapat at this time, shortcut na tayo kasi.
Opo.
yung long cut na yun. Pag elementary yun,
Opo.
Thank you, Jaime.
Sige po, sir. Thank you po, sir. May next class na rin po ako.
Sige. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so
sir.
much for the very good discussion. Sige.